Hello everyone, today we will do some math practice about the circles and its equations. Okay guys, let's take this question as a math example. In this question, it's given a circle, and in this circle we have its equation, which is x squared plus 12x plus y squared minus 4y plus 15 equals 0. He's asking me which one of the following is the center and the radius of this circle. So basically in this case I don't have the standard forms of the circle, so I cannot say immediately we have this h and x as the center of this equation, or the radius, which is r, is the radius of this circle. So basically I have to transform this equation into the standard form so I can get out the center and the radius of the circle. We know that we have some steps to transfer this into standard form. First of all, we have to combine all these similar terms. It's already combined, x and x, y and y, and we have the constant. And then, as we said, we have to do the perfect square to transfer these terms into brackets. So guys, try to solve this question, try to transfer this doing the perfect squared until you get the radius, which is r squared, and the center of this circle. Okay guys, the solution is A. Why it's A? Let's see. So in this case, in this solution, we have the equation. So we have to isolate the constant into the other side. So instead of plus 15, that would be negative 15. X squared plus 12x, it's already combined. Y squared minus 4, it's already combined. So we have to transfer this and do the perfect squared. As we said, guys, we have to add to each one of these sides half of this number squared. So 12 over 2, which is 6. So we have to add 36. Plus we have to add this 36 on the other side. For the y's, we have this 4 divided by 2, which is 2, squared again. This will give us 4, so we have to add this 4 and another 4 on the other side. So basically guys, the perfect squared for both x and y. So now in this case we have the perfect square, so we can transfer this into parentheses. So x plus the radical of this number, which is 6 squared, and this one into y negative, because this is negative 2 radical of 4 squared equals, we add these constants to get 25. So yes, now I can say we have the standard form of the circle, which is x minus some number squared, y minus another number squared equals r squared. So in this case, r would be the radical of 25, which is 5, and the center of this circle would be negative 6, because negative is plus, and 2, which is the center of this circle. That's why I chose the option A. So basically, try to take this equation, transfer this into the standard form, and then immediately you can just take out and plug the center and the radius into one of these options. Okay guys, look at this example. In this math question we have an opposite question. So instead of having the equation, we are having the properties of the circle, and then he's asking me about the equation of the circle. So which one of the following represent an equation of a circle whose diameter has end points -8, 4, and 2, -6? So basically guys, we have to remember that the end point, as we said, is the points which located over the circumference. So how to find the equation of a circle? guys, the first step, we know that to find the equation we need the center and we need the radius of the circle. So basically I have to find the radius and I have to find the center of the circle. So try to think of a center of this circle as the midpoint between these 2 points, because you know the end points. Guys, do you remember the example when we said we have these 2 endpoints and we said that the center is the midpoint between these 2 points? So exactly the same way you can find the center of the circle, which is the midpoint between these 2 endpoints. After finding the center, you have to find the radius of this circle. How? Don't forget that the radius is the distance between one of these 2 endpoints and the center. So this is the radius. So try to find the answer of this question. Okay, let's try to solve this. So the first step would be to find the center of the circle, which is the midpoint of the diameter. So we have diameter with these 2 endpoints. So basically I have to use the formula of the midpoint, which is x plus x2 over 2, y plus y2 over 2. So try to take these 2 endpoints, apply the formula, you will get immediately the center of this circle, which is -3, -1. So what I did is I just took the midpoint between these 2 points. I found the center, so I can say this is the center of this equation. So now I have to find the radius of this circle. How to find the radius of this circle? Okay, to find the radius, which is, as we know, is the half the distance of the diameter. So we use the distance formula to find the diameter. So let's take these 2 endpoints and try to find the distance between these 2 points. Take the radical, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus 1 squared, so we will get this number, radical 200, which is 2 multiplied by 100, radical 100 is 10, radical 2 is radical 2. So we know that the radius is half the distance of the diameter, so immediately we can just take this r, which is d over 2. Guys, we have another option. Instead of dividing by 2, you can take this point and one of these 2 endpoints, you can immediately find the radius of this circle. So basically r is 5 radical 2 and the center of this circle is -3, -1. So now I have to write the equation of this circle. So immediately take the center, take the radius, and write the equation. Therefore, the equation of the circle is x minus 3 squared plus y minus or -1 squared equals this radius squared. This will lead to x plus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 50. So this is the solution or the way how to find the equation of a circle. You follow the steps, you get the equation. If you have the opposite answer, you have the opposite question, you have the equation and you have to move into the center and the radius, you have to move this equation or any equation into the standard form. So basically it's one and two ways question. Either having the equation, you can find the center and the radius, or vice versa, you can have the radius and the center and you can find the equation. Thank you guys, hope you enjoyed this class.